Ipswich Buses, your local bus company serving your football team. Buses run every 10 minutes. Avoid the traffic. Don't get stuck in the delay. Get Ipswich Buses today. A single £1.20, a return only £2. Find out more information at www.ipswichbuses.co.uk. Ipswich Buses, proud to partner with Talk in Town. Hello again, my friends, and you are my friends, and welcome back to the Ipswich Buses Matchday Ticket. I'm, of course, your host, Martin the Governor Lambert, and I am pleased to be here with you this afternoon, although a bit sad because I was supposed to be going to Lincoln myself, and I've got some good vibes about today's game. I really have. I do think this is the day we turn it and we win, and the team's running along the bottom of the screen, obviously, but I was supposed to be there with some dear friends of mine, but sadly that wasn't to be, but instead I'm here in my back bedroom. I'll call it a studio, and hopefully we can get through the next couple of hours together. I'll be listening on the radio, so if you are there, do let me know how they play at full time. I'm hoping at full time, as I was saying to my contributor, who is a last minute stand-in, as you can appreciate, that hopefully the full-time show, you guys and girls will take over with your positivity or realism, whichever one it may be, and I can just sit back and do little. Some say I do that anyway. Eddie Spaghetti, hello friend, you are my friends. Welcome in, Eddie Spaghetti. Ipswich Jules, Selena starts, but so does Haladki with Holy on the bench. Cruncher, go on the bench today. I certainly am. I don't think I'm going to make the bench. Ryan Senior, good lineup. Just want players to go out there and show why we signed and performed for the fans. Mike D, now we know why Holy played well. We're not quite sure that's the reason why he played shit. He didn't play shit by Holy standards, to be fair. It was just a standard Holy performance. Had a mad moment, and everything else was quiet. Right, let's bring in my wonderful contributor while I turn one of these lights off, because quite frankly, you might just have to see green this afternoon, because this is really doing my nutting. Oh, see you in a minute. The call went out across the contributor land, and this wonderful woman answered the bell. How are you, Amy? Welcome in. Been a while.
Good, thank you. I'm getting goosebumps hearing my intro for the first time this season. How exciting!
Hasn't it, as they say, the kids these days. But it's exciting to be back with you. It's another match day. We did a couple of these, obviously, last year. I think you were paired mostly with the man Robert Davies. He's not here today, obviously. But are you looking forward to today's game? Are you looking forward to what the lineup is bringing? Obviously, it's running across the screen, or it was, or it will be now. Haladki, Thanassian, Burgess, Wolfenden, Coulson, not Penny on my mistake, Carroll, Evans, Fraser, Bond, Selena, and Burns. I got good vibes. It might just be the medication, but I've got good vibes. What are your vibes telling you this afternoon?
Normally I'd say, can I have some of what you're having? But actually, do you know what? I've woken up this morning feeling so much more positive. I've spent all week being grumpy and fed up. And after Tuesday's result, I said, look, he's rested the whole team for today today he now has to prove that that was the right thing to do, because I personally thought he should have kept a consistent team to give us more game time together. Today he's got to get out there and prove it, and with Chelina coming through last minute, that he's been approved to come through, how exciting, and how much that seems to have lifted everybody from what I can see. Just a little bit of hope, and I can see on Twitter there's so many people heading off to Lincoln as well, for another visit there, which hasn't held very happy memories for us in recent years. So good on him.
No, it hasn't. I was really looking forward to going up there myself. And we've gone up in great number, as we always do. We're a great travelling club. There's a fun fair there today. There's almost like they knew I was coming. I love a good fun fair. But sadly, it wasn't to be. I'm going to put my glasses on. You have to still see with my glasses on. I'm sorry, I can't do it without these today. But you're right, Selena, the Magic Man, Tequila. He's back in the lineup. What can we expect from him? Will I adjust these so look less like? Well, I don't know what.
Well, I'm hoping he'll just bring a bit more energy to the field, and perhaps take a bit of pressure off. Obviously, for him, it's all about our attack, isn't it? And we've proven that we can score goals. The problem is what we're leaving behind in the defence isn't good enough. So whether we're leaving them open, whether they're not concentrating, who knows? But I feel like Chelina is just. We've had a few exciting signings that haven't really come off yet, and we've had Morsey that we've been building up to and we've still not got. Chelina is those final pieces of the puzzle coming together. Chelina is the one that we were wanting right from the start of the summer. So for me, it feels like, okay, actually, now we might be starting to get what we're meant to be getting this season. And I feel like people would take, as long as it's not a defeat today, just starting to see that team coming together would do. And we've said that since the start of the season. The problem is we haven't seen the team starting to come together, but hopefully he'll make that difference in bringing a bit of energy, bringing a bit of excitement, if he's fit enough, of course, because he's had a bit of a rough summer, hasn't he?
He has, exactly. Yeah, exactly why I ask, what can we kind of expect from him today? You're right. He is. I think he is a player that we kind of know what to expect. And I think Rich himself, what may have been out, somebody said during the week that, what happens if he has a bad 45 or 60? I think it was last night's show. And he's got credit in the bank, hasn't he? That means if he has a bad 45 today, people aren't immediately going to write him off like some. I just look at the team, and I just think there's a couple of ingredients there that spell win to me. Like there's too many things that you've been calling for as fans. You've got Evans and Harper not really working.
Yeah.
Carroll comes in today for Raheem Harper, which I thought he would, to play alongside Evans. That could be the catalyst. Danastian at right back.
Yeah.
As crazy as that sounds, because in the summer he was the first player everyone wanted to bin on a Talking Town Extra Time show. He could be the catalyst. Like there just may be more balance to this side today. Is that how you feel?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think you're fair. It kind of feels like each player in the position they're in, it makes sense. It feels like it's part of a plan. Whereas so far this season, I kind of lost track of what Cook's trying to do, but this feels like maybe he is starting to get his head around where the team should be and what it should look like, really. And I think the Danastian over KVY, if you'd have said that 2 months ago, I think we'd have all laughed. But like KVY was one of the bright sparks, for the one of very few bright sparks from last season's team. So to be actually considering him being dropped as a good thing is sad, really. But perhaps he'll do well from being given a rest and competing for his position in the team and so on. So I don't know why I'm feeling more positive. I think I just feel like he has a plan, and maybe part of that is from Tuesday, because I really got cross with him for changing the team so much. But do you know what? If it was part of the plan, then I'll forgive him.
Okay. Comic book guy says Ali G vibes from you with the glasses, Gov. Easy now. Nathan King, I didn't realise I've been pronouncing Sinner on this whole time. Yeah, because you're saying Chelina. I think it's Selena. How do you pronounce it?
I thought it was Chelina.
I think it's Selena.
Oh, I think we need a public vote on this one.
I think you've been living up north for too long. Like, how do you say grass?
I'd say grass, but Harry says grass, and it drives me potty. Grass, bath, glass.
Yeah, it's wrong. It's wrong. Ben Moore, do you think we are expecting too much from him too soon? JD needed to play. Emerson and Burgess, I'm not confident. Would much prefer Wolf and Burgess. Yes, obviously a goalkeeper. Haladki comes back in. Walton, we think, is injured. Classic Town.
Yeah. You can't write this shit, can you?
Sadly, you can. That's the issue. Haladki, Burgess, Edmondson. They're the three central. Obviously, one's the goalkeeper. Talk to me how you're feeling about those three.
I feel the same about Wolfie, but I was saying to you on Wednesday, I haven't actually been able to watch anything further than highlights and the odd sort of snippets of games, which is one of the. It's a topic for another day, but not being able to get in touch with iFollow is killing me this year. So wouldn't want to comment too much on the form this year, but I like Wolfie. I'm a fan of him. I appreciate he's made some silly mistakes this year, so I am sad to see him go, but again, it goes back to this feels like it's the plan. This feels like where he's been aiming to get to. So I hate to say it, but I'm just kind of trusting in Cook. Maybe what I'm saying is, we've given him enough rope now. Let's see what he does. Is he going to go hang himself, or is he going to say to us, I was right all along, I knew what I was doing? How do you feel about those two?
Emerson and Burgess. Well, he's brought both of them to the football club, so I think they're both long term going to be the centre half pair, and so I think particularly while Paul Cook is in charge. So I think for us fans, we need them to click, we need them to bounce, and they might be the two that really help Haladki, and Haladki having dropped from number 1 to number 3 to number 2 back to number 1. This could be a good springboard for Haladki to really find his form and sort of make a claim for the number 1 spot. Holy's audition was probably Tuesday. Is that fair to say? And he fluffed it?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course it was. It was his chance to keep his grip on the team, wasn't it? And his opportunity to be still keeping the team. But I just can't. Yeah, I felt like everyone was being really hard on him, and then Tuesday happened. And I was like, yeah, maybe not. He's just not the right quality, is he? And then so it's funny to have Haladki. There's one that I really don't know how to say, but to have him coming from a lower league and already seeming so much better, which is a big sign of the dross that we had in our club last year. But yeah, I think you've absolutely hit the nail on the head. Then is that the defence now, for me, it's about consistency. So today is a bit of a funny one because obviously it still changes. Like he's still making changes to the team. But if this is then the defence going forward, that I think will start to take pressure off Haladki, and I think we'll start to see what he is capable of, and then obviously up the other end of the pitch with Chelina, we've got a League 2 goalkeeper, and then Chelina, who just what the F is he doing in League 1? It's bonkers.
Chelina, yeah.
Chelina.
Yeah. To be fair, the chat is so split in it being either Selena or what sounds like an Italian after dinner drink. You go for a meal out of Italy, never a little glass of Chelina to finish proceedings. Do you know what I mean?
I wonder I like it's pronounced better that way.
Alex Steele, I agree with the Gov for how Selena is pronounced. You do make me laugh. So I love doing these shows despite feeling like I'm about to die. It's like I just love being with all of you. It's brilliant. Mike D didn't see the bench. Who's on it? Doesn't matter. Will Cookie use it? That's the question.
Wolfie's there. Nors is there. Sorry, it took me a while. I did a Joey from Friends there. I caught up with the joke a little while later. Yeah, you're right. I saw Nors was on there, so I suppose that's another option for if we're in need of a goal a bit later on. But whether that'll happen, he makes the change at about 80 minutes once everyone's given up anyway, doesn't he? So
Adrian asks, is there any way you can view the game? I'm not the person to ask. I will be listening to Brenner and Radio Suffolk. People such as Fisherman, great Talking Town community members, they're the sort of people to ask, not myself, I'm afraid. When I'm not at the game, it'll be Radio Suffolk like it is this afternoon, which is why I'm even more angry at my body for failing me, because I want to see Selena. I want to see Caroline Evans. I want to see this lineup, this balanced team. I'm really quite high on it, and I'm kicking myself that I'm not well. I want to see how Caroline Evans do, Amy. They're the two that are really intriguing me.
I'm assuming Evans is captain again.
He is, yeah, which Chris Boyd says is a sign of Cookie's it says Chris Boyd, letting Evans have the armband again is another sign of PC's unwillingness to change anything. Comic book guy says it's Selena, Gov.
Selena.
Selena. Man flu says Felix Day Blues. Well, if it is man, yeah, I mean, if it was man flu, I'd probably be on. You know, I wouldn't be here, would I? Man flu's a deadly thing. We all know that, don't we, Amy? You live with a man. You live with three men. You know, man flu is, just catastrophic.
It's what we women see as a bit of a cold, and we still have to get on with life and the kids.
It's all right. You've got a thing called childbirth.
There's a lot of it going around. We've been in our household. We've been calling it freshers flu, even though we're way past our university years. But it is because it's that time of year, isn't it? When
no, it's not flu. I wish it was. It's not flu.
Back to normal. All the germs, lovely, jubbly.
I haven't got the flu. William, I do feel a bit for Norse, always up for it, but hard to see where he fits into Cook's formation. Ben Moore, Norse and Bond would be interesting to see together. I'm listening to it on the radio. I'm gutted. Hopefully, Cambridge Away can see them play. Chris, thank you very much, Chris. Appreciate that. Ryan, the captain's armbands is looked into too much. I agree with this, actually. It's too much in modern day football. You have more leaders all over the pitch. Carroll hopefully will bring some Premiership sort of quality to the game. I know it's a couple of years ago now. Macaulay Bonne, how important is it that he maintains the scoring boots? Because without him, we don't tend to create score many without Bonne. I don't think. I think Bonne's got the most out of anybody.
He's scored pretty much every time he's played at home, hasn't he? I think. But I do like Bonne, and there's another one of I think Ryan just then was absolutely spot on. It's the leaders around the pitch, and for me, until we've got the consistency in the team, it's really hard to find those leaders and for them to kind of find their way. So I feel like I'm really defending Cook, which literally, if you'd spoken to me on Wednesday, was a completely different ball game. I just feel a lot more understanding, hopefully, of where he's going now. But yeah, Bonne, I'm a huge fan of, having not actually seen him play yet, but I am a massive fan of him, and I feel like he's a leader in terms of loving the club and getting everybody excited and getting everybody going, because he seems to be pretty good at that. So I'm enjoying seeing him, but I'd like to see him rewarded for his effort, for his goals, rather than scoring two and then us letting two in up the other end. Let's give him a bit something to celebrate, finally playing for his own team.
Yeah, I feel that. I agree with that, absolutely. But knowing us, we'll probably keep clean sheet and he won't score and we'll draw 0-0. Bold prediction time as we round up this, albeit abbreviated, but hopefully you've enjoyed it, show as a last minute sort of replacement. Sorry I couldn't bring it to you live from Lincoln, but what is the bold predictions of the guys and the girls in the chat? And what is your bold prediction for today's game, Amy?
Oh, I'm going to go for a win. We are going bold. I'm feeling a sneaky 1-goal win, like win by 1 goal. But I can't see us keeping clean sheet. So I'm going to go with a 3-2. Chelina to score on his debut. Should we go Bonne for the other two, I reckon?
Yeah, I'm just. I think a win is bold after recent events. I mean, that's the boldness. As Andrew says,
it's a huge ask. It's a massive ask. After last Saturday, I would take a draw happily if we can be more consistent at the back. If we can keep a clean sheet, I'd take a 0-0 draw happily.
Yeah.
But if we're being bold, I want to see us win today, and let's start putting the start of the season behind us now.
Yeah, Andrew says, as I did in my article this week at Suffolk News, just win, please, just do that. Joe D 1-0 Bishop winner. Oh, flip off, Joe. Joe, don't. You've taken a man. Oh, you've taken a man that's on the floor, and you just remove the floor from underneath you, mate. Like, if I'm sitting there listening to the radio and I hear the words Brenner go Bishop, and it's a goal, I am going to probably launch myself out of this window. It's just ridiculous. Brian, sorry, Gav, kick a man when he's down. Absolutely. Brian Desmond, Shelina will score 2. Dr. Zach King, I'm sticking 1-0 Town. It'll be grim, but done. 2 things, clean sheet and a win. And Ryan would take a draw with a solid performance. We're back at full time. Hopefully you guys and girls will join us, come on the show, so I haven't got to talk as much. If at all, that'd be ideal. In an ideal world. But yeah, moment before Thomas goes, we'll go live, we'll react to what we've heard today's game. But for right now, Amy, you probably hear this a lot, but hearing you in my ears is just doing my din, so I've got to go. I thought I'd get it in. I think most people would say that.
Passed me on. It's your own fault.
Well, I was scraping the barrel, wasn't I? I mean, how rude. I'm really teasing. I love you, really. I had 2.5 hours of you on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You've had your weekly quota, haven't you?
52 weeks. I mean, let's not be silly. Let's not be silly. JD, come on town. Absolutely 9 minutes to go. Enjoy the game. We'll see you at full time. And don't forget, you can go contactless on all Ipswich buses. And prices start, I believe, from £2 or £1.50. Website is on the description. Don't get stuck in jams, particularly around Portman Road on match days. Get Ipswich buses today. Amy, I'll see you at full time. Guys and girls, see you at full time with love, with care. Come on, Shalina.
Enjoy. Come on town, Shalina.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back now. Let's move closer to a new history, find out what we can be together. Take my hand and we will conquer the world. This is our final chance.